think when we can prepare ourselves using the tools we have, and you know what one of my tools is, meditation, when we can prepare ourselves to learn to be with where we are, that is the key. You know what I mean? It's like, just because I meditate doesn't mean I don't get pissed off and I don't curse and I don't do,
Right.
it's something I do to keep me from doing that maybe extreme in an extreme way.
Hi, everybody. I am Maria. Strong Body, Strong Soul is the name of this show. My whole purpose is to help remind people that they are so much more than just their bodies. We are energetic beings in this world. We float around, but we have to participate in the process, and we have to reach out to other people, and we have to say yes, to speak up when we are asked to. So I have asked Barbara here. This is Barbara Faison, my friend. She's the author of a book. She's a podcast host. She is a star now, a rising star on Insight Timer. It's true. And I love it. So Barbara, first, well, tell us what your book is called. Let's start with that. Oh, good. She has a copy handy.
My book is called Why Struggle? Life is Too Short to Wear Tight Shoes.
Excellent.
Because it is. Yep, that's the
Love
name of my book. Yep, it is. And it is filled with 25 topics that I call Why Struggle? Because why do we struggle? And the topics include things like be kind, develop a belief system, adopt a child, forgive, topics around what I call life stuff, this human experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are also 5 meditations. And then it's, of course, some personal things about me and me going through different experiences, like when my mom came to live with me and just those experiences. So that is what the book is about. And they're short. They're like this long. So they're really short, and they have a practice and an affirmation after each of the why struggles. So there's a practice and an affirmation. So
beautiful. So you wrote your book, and then you started your podcast.
When I wrote the book, Maria, I just wanted information that I could use, and I decided to share it with people because I was going through that struggling. Why this? Why that? The human experience we talk about when we talk is why am I struggling? And the common denominator is me, right? When you start to realize that the common denominator of all this stuff, no one is inside your head thinking the thoughts but you.
Yes.
So when you're struggling with something, you have to go back to it starts with me. Everything starts with self, right? So if I'm feeling a certain way, it's because that's how I feel. No one is feeling that way for me. Mm-hmm. And so I started, I was in my late 20s, just, I don't understand this, trying to figure things out. And that's how the book came about. And then in 2017, I re-released it in 2019. I celebrated the 20-year anniversary. And one of the things I did when I re-released it was I included more personal things, like about the experience my mom came to live with me and me being there when she made her transition, that whole thing. Because the first book was just information, and people were like, we want to know more about you. Well, I really wasn't trying to share about me, because I wrote the book as a reminder for me how to navigate these uncharted territories and waters and the unpredictable nature of life. That's why I wrote the book, so I could pick it up and remind myself, oh, self-confidence is like the weather. Oh, what does that mean? So that's really what the book is about.
I love it. I love the way you express yourself. It's really accessible. I love it. And I like what you just said about updating it with more personal stuff, because like we've talked about before, as a teacher, it's so important to show that human side, that
absolutely
nobody's perfect. We're all on this journey together, which is the reason that I wanted to ask you onto the show right now, is to talk about and get some of your insights about how we are ending this year 2020. What kinds of things would you tell people to help prepare them for 2021?
What comes to mind for me is we are in the early stages of all of this transition. So while it feels like we've been doing it a long time because it's been a few months, the truth of the matter is it's like when things are in chaos, they don't magically stop being in chaos, right? It's like,
Yes.
momentum takes a minute to
Magic.
slow down. Yeah, it's not, it's like, it's not the magic pill or the magic fairy's going to go poof, it's 2021. And guess what? Everything
Yeah.
is back to cupcakes and unicorns. No, well, I don't believe it's going to be that way.
Yeah.
So I think we have just been so conditioned to think, oh, it's a new year, something about a new year. I was listening to NPR and they were talking to something about the Santas or something. I can't even remember. I'm like, I didn't even know that. There was a whole thing around, well, we knew that it was going to happen, that people were going to start spending money and really getting into
Mm-hmm.
the holidays because Americans believe in hope and they're inspired, and Christmas is very inspiring. And that's great as long as we can realize that that isn't that is one specific opportunity, right? Christmas, for people that celebrate that's one opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a day. And yes, we have all this season around it. And then comes January 1st. And it's just like anything else. January 1st doesn't change anything because every day is a new day and every moment is a new opportunity for us to choose to do something differently in a different way.
Right.
So I think when we can prepare ourselves using the tools we have, and you know what one of my tools is, meditation, when we can prepare ourselves to learn to be with where we are,
Mm-hmm.
that is the key
Yeah.
to me, whether it's meditation, sitting on a cushion, sitting in a chair, being in your bed, in the car, wherever, when you can learn to be with what feels uncomfortable, that is the magic potion to me,
Right.
because everything is not going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And January 1st comes and it's just going to be January 1st, January 2nd, just like for me, learning to just check in, like when I'm doing meditation, how do I feel right now? Because
A huge part of what you talk about is the breathing, the
Mhm.
breath of.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you teach on Insight Timer? Let's shift to the actual mechanism. If you guys aren't familiar with it, Insight Timer is a free meditation app. And Barbara, it's free to download on your phone and anybody can listen to it. And they have some upgraded versions, or they have
Yes.
ways that you can give some contribution to help the teachers on there as
Yes.
well. Can you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about how it works?
Yes. Insight Timer is a meditation app, and you can also go directly on the browser if you don't have an app. You can
Oh,
go to the browser. They're doing now live meditations, which I love because it allows me to connect with other people that are interested in learning different things about meditation. So they have people doing talks and music and yoga, and to me, just sound, vibration, and all of the things that we think about when we think about being in these practices that we
mhm,
use to keep us in a good space. So on
mhm.
Insight Timer, I am there every Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern. And I do what I call You Are the Oracle meditation, where I use oracle cards or some type of cards. Sometimes most of the cards that I use are more affirmation based. So, for example, the affirmation was from yesterday: I love myself totally in the now. I am gentle, kind, and comforting to my inner child as we uncover and release the old negative messages within us. So I will use whatever I pull from my deck of cards, and then I'll do a meditation around it.
Uh-huh.
I think the most I've had has been over 500 people at one time
Well, and that's
meditating.
live.
And that's live. So I'm live
Yes.
and they're on just like you do a Facebook live. So they're
Yes.
live, they're making comments, and it has just been amazing. So,
And
I
it's
do a
live.
daily.
I'm sorry, it's live audio only?
It is live audio only.
Audio. Okay. Okay.
It is live audio only. And so what happens is it gives me an opportunity to connect with other people. And then I meditate daily on my Facebook page, which is Barbara J. Faison. And we're there live every day at 6:30 a.m., Monday through Friday, and 9 p.m. for a wind down meditation on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So having this opportunity, it keeps me in practice because I would meditate anyway, but it's different when I'm meditating and connecting with the energy of other people, even though we are on the computer. Energy is energy. Energy doesn't care that there's a computer between us because it is really about the energy that is being, transmitted while we're doing things. So that's what Insight
Absolutely.
Timer allows me to do. And I could do more. It's just that I'm doing daily. So I just decided to do 1 day a week right now. But they do have the ability for you to make a donation when someone is live. And even if you just go to listen to one of my meditations, you can donate at any time.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's great. There
Yeah.
is something to be said about the live, the feeling of the live. That's
Yeah,
a 500 people. That's a lot. That's a lot of great energy.
it is. It's
Wow.
great energy. And I have just really, and it's great because now many of those people have come over to the group, so they're connecting with other people. And
Yeah.
I just love the connection aspect. I'm a resource kind of person. I'm like, oh, you need to talk to this person, you guys need to connect. I'm a connector like that, so I
Uh-huh.
really enjoy allowing myself to be this connecting force for other people that may not have gone to Insight Time or may not have gone to my Facebook Live. Now
Yeah.
they'll come to my Facebook Live. And I also, with my daily meditation, I have the podcast, which I simulcast. So if you don't want to, if you can't do 6:30 in the morning, you can always listen to the podcast, and it's called Why Struggle.
Hmm.
And it's the same thing that we're doing live. So yeah.
Yes, which is so neat because that's how you and I met through the
That's
podcast.
right, through
Yeah.
Anchor.
So
Yeah,
you never know. And then the podcast that we are both on is on so many different platforms. People can be going to Spotify or Apple Podcasts to hear
exactly.
the Why
Yeah.
Struggle podcast. And so you're broadcasting later for, it's evergreen, your
Uh-huh.
6:30 a.m.
Yes. Yes.
meditations. How long are those generally?
Usually we start at 6:30. We start the meditation. I try to get started about 6:40 because now it's about 20, 22 people that meditate in the morning.
Uh-huh.
So people are coming in. We meditate about 10 to 15 minutes and then we wind down. So usually I try to be done by 7, and then we may chat afterwards,
Uh-huh.
but between 6:30 and 7 is when we actually do the meditation time.
That's beautiful. Like under half an hour is not a
Hmm.
big intrusion on people's lives either, because a lot of
No.
people have it in their heads that it's a big investment of time
Yeah.
and it'll get
And
in
that's
the way.
yeah. And
Wow.
that's key. It is the consistency of the practice.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I am a meditation practitioner, I am a meditation teacher, and I I I really think it's important that we do something on a regular basis. And you may have seen some of the things like today I do what I call Breathe with Barbara. It's a Breathe with Barbara breath break, all that alliteration. But I mainly post them on Instagram since I'm live on Facebook. I may do Instagram and then I'll have it pushed to my Barbara J. Faison. I went out this morning and I have not been out and running errands like I did this morning because I'm just not doing all that stuff. And I
Yeah.
went out and went 3 or 4 places. I was just tired. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, just the effort to be out and, you're making sure that, you're still being safe. And a lot
Yeah.
of people are out. And it was just funny. I'm just like, I just need to take a breath. Let's just take a breath because we
Yeah.
have to learn to just settle ourselves,
Yeah.
and so I did. And it was like a 2-minute break. We put our hands to our heart, we took some deep breaths.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know and
Beautiful.
that's what it's about.
And what time zone are you in, Barbara?
Eastern time zone.
Eastern time. So it's 6:30 a.m. on Facebook, but
Yes,
because it's live there, people can watch the replay anyway as well
absolutely.
on
Yeah, a
Facebook.
lot of people will join the replay because maybe they can't do it at 6:30, but they
Yeah.
join the replay. And because we chat just like on Insight Timer. On Insight Timer it's longer, I set up an hour and then we start chatting and people start chatting and it ends up being like an hour and some change
Uh,
because I'll chat and I'm not rushed. So people will have questions and we'll just kind of do like a chat and question and answer. Then we meditate and then we chat about how we feel because I like to take the pulse before. How are you feeling now? We
mhm,
meditate. Now, how do you feel? Because it's really just the consistency of checking in with yourself during the day
mhm,
multiple times
mhm,
to see how you feel.
mhm.
Because as you know, it's about how you feel. If I'm feeling good, then I'm going to make probably better decisions than if I'm feeling harried or just out of sorts. And
Right.
it is coming back, just like the breath, is coming back to how do I feel right now? And a
Yes.
perfect example is one of my regular meditators. And when I was in corporate America, she was one of my people that meditated. I used to do meditation in corporate America. And I just remind myself, it's like, we have all of these things happening all day, right? So one minute you can be feeling excited, the next minute you hear bad news, and the next minute you're kind of here. And so I remind myself, she had a baby like in the middle of COVID. So am I
Oh,
not supposed to be happy that she had a baby?
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like this balance. And when I see him on Instagram, his name is Victor, he is just the most chilled out baby. He
Oh,
is just just so chilled out. And so it's like I just had this conversation. It's the human experience. We want to learn how to navigate through all of those waters. I get upset, there is some little thing. I think it's Kermit the Frog, and it's like, yep, I'm smoking, I'm doing this, and I'm doing that stuff. And so what? We're human. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like just because I meditate doesn't mean I don't get pissed off and I don't curse and I don't do,
Right.
it's something I do to keep me from doing that maybe extreme in an extreme way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny, and also there's this sense of there's so much tragedy happening all around right now. Sometimes it can make us feel like we need to hold back a little bit when we
Right,
are happy.
right.
I saw
Yeah,
somebody post something the other day, and they said, "Be happy." It
right.
drives some people crazy. It's like because some people can see someone laughing
Yeah,
and be like, "What are they laughing about?" Like,
exactly.
don't worry about it. Be
Yeah,
happy
you
what
have to be engaged with how you're feeling right now. That's where the breath come back to now. Right now, how do I feel right now?
yeah,
Right now, I'm excited because I'm talking to Maria. Now, when I
yeah,
get off the phone with you, I'll have something else that will come. And that is the nature of life. So we have to learn to flow with
right.
all of these things and to just stay sane in the process.
Yes.
Yeah,
Before I let you go, would you mind? Can we do just like a little 1 minute, 2 minute slow down?
absolutely.
Let's give everyone here a little slice of your energy
Of
to take
course.
them with them. Yes. I would
Yes, and
love
I
to.
happen to have my bowl right here because I'm sitting at my desk, so we'll use the bowl.
Yay!
And my meditation is called a slice of silence meditation because sometimes all you get is a slice.
Yep.
All right, so just settle in,
Beautiful.
and we'll begin with this, and we'll end with this. Just take a moment and take a look around and notice what you see, and just breathe at your own pace, rate, and rhythm. And then take a deep breath in and take in what you smell. Notice what you hear. Check and see what you taste in your mouth. Maybe you've had something to drink or eat. And then rub your hands together and place your hands on your body wherever you feel drawn. I usually do my heart space and some other part. Take a deep breath in and exhale with a loud sigh. Noticing feelings and sensations, and just breathe. Feel the air coming through your nose. Feel your body adjusting. Your chest may be rising, your belly may be rising. Just notice, pay attention. And if you have thoughts, just let them float on by. Now think of something that makes you smile and bring a big smile to your face. Begin to bring your awareness back to where you are. Rub your hands together as you open your eyes. And place your hands on the top of your head. Take a deep breath in and out. And put your hands in prayer hands and just take a bow to everyone that has joined us in this brief break and give thanks. And you can open your eyes when you're ready. How are you feeling right now, Maria?
Wonderful. Really great. Really great.
Me too.
When you said, think of something that makes you smile, can I tell you what I thought of?
Sure.
Last night, my son, he's 18 years old, and first time ever, he said, Mom, can you cut my hair tomorrow? And I can't even tell you how grateful I feel for his trust. That's huge, you guys.
Yeah.
For me. And yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what made me smile right now. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, let's end with this. Let's end by just opening our arms wide and pressing our heart space out as we take a deep breath in. And then we're just going to give ourselves a big hug. Oh, just give yourself a big hug. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much. And you guys, if you have a moment, go ahead and find Barbara out there in the world, the Why Struggle podcast, here on Facebook, out there on Insight Timer, on YouTube soon when I fix up this video and add some music to it.
And I have a YouTube channel that has meditations as well. So I always say, if you Google me, you'll find my whole life. Not my whole life, but most of my life.
Within reason.
Within reason, right? I like to say I'll be personal, but not intimate. So you'll see personal things, but I won't be intimate. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Maria. So this is lovely.
Love it. Thank you so much, Barbara. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And we'll do this again because
I look forward to it.
I miss you. I miss you, my friend.
I miss you too.
In a while.
I miss you too. You know, the last thing I think we did together, we did a meditation thing and we did the split screen on Instagram, right?
On Instagram, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to do that again because you do a beautiful chanting.
And I felt comfortable asking you right now to do that slice of peace for us. I love that. Thank you so much. But I have to tell you, when I've been interviewed by people, some out here, one time I remember someone saying, "Can I ask you, what does a chant sound like?" And it was like, no. Like, it has to be the right vibe.
Right. Well, I've started there. In fact, you were talking about Insight Timer. They have courses. That's the paid part. And so they have courses, and I'm doing a course now by a woman by the name of Paz, which means peace, and it's using mantras and chanting, and I love it because I want to learn how to do that more because it is energy and vibration, And it's
Absolutely.
just another way to continue to expand and elevate myself. So yeah,
Absolutely. And scientific studies show really
absolutely.
and truly you have so much control over your own body, and making that vibration
Mhm.
changes you.
And
Yes.
sometimes before I do my voiceover stuff, I'll just do Om.
Yes.
Because it's that high vibration and it just takes me to a good space. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
using our
great.
bodies and the tone is wonderful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, I love it. Thank you so much, Barbara. I'll
Oh,
talk to
my
you soon.
pleasure. All right, be well.
Bye.
Thanks, Maria.
Thank you so much, you guys, for stopping by for a few minutes. Wow, I'm really enjoying bringing conversations like this to you. So let me know what you think, and I'll put links and such in the comments on here so that you can find Barbara. Isn't she beautiful? Love it. Maybe I'll put a picture of my son's haircut too later. Bye. The world is such a beautiful, beautiful place.